And here we are. Yes, that's right. We've got another live episode of Past Turn. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I'm Patty McPat, joined by some phenomenal folks. We've got Bucket Man, Jack's Coffee and Hobbies, and, of course, Cryptic Commander, the one, the only. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I can't complain, man. Not bad for being at work on a, Sunday?
Yeah.
Working on a Sunday.
Hanging out, talking some Magic the Gathering with some nice heads here in the audience. And thank you again for everybody live in the comment section. You don't know how much you help fuel this show. Your votes not only decide what we talk on, but what these talking heads said. You get to deduct some points and kick some folks out. So your votes matter as much as our opinion. So really do appreciate everybody, not just out there, but in here as well. So let's go ahead and take a little bit of time and introduce ourselves. Of course, Patty McPat. I'm a staple here at this point. A little bit of a content creator myself, but not the star of the show. No, we've got some phenomenal guests. So let's start off with Bucket Man. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're doing.
Hello, my name is the Bucket Man. I've been making content for about 3 years now. I got started with Magic the Gathering after a long time of having different people telling me I should start making content. I started getting featured on MTG Ectoplasm. Please go check him out if you haven't. He makes wonderful spirit-based content and is coming out with a new game soon. Wouldn't be anywhere without him and several other people, and I try to keep that in mind constantly. Other than Magic the Gathering, I do satire content, comedy, and really just try to promote the best in people and their best impact on this planet.
Awesome. And Jack, it looks like you've got some coffee and hobbies. Tell us about that. Tell us about yourself.
It's a passion of mine. It's a hobby I've wanted to run, a business I've wanted to run for a very long time. It's mostly an idea of exploring people's different hobbies, and I'm a bit of a caffeine addict myself. I run my channel mostly as it's an assortment of all sorts of hobbies, but I mostly get into Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering. On occasion, I like to get into pop culture, music videos and talk about different music and celebrities and such. It's a lot of fun, and I'm just happy to be here.
Gotta say, I am digging your shirt, man. I love that.
You wouldn't even think it's not flashy, it's just Target.
Yeah, right.
It's not flashy, it's just
something I had in the closet. Yeah. And John, how you doing?
Man, Pat, I can't complain. I was rewatching last week's show, and I laughed so much because, I knew I was on the show. But I went back and I rewatched it, man. I laughed so much. So I start sharing it around. Hopefully it did some good, and we got some people in the audience today, Not that there wasn't people in the audience last week, but, it did die down a little bit toward the end. Now, I will go on and tell everybody the rules and the listener, or the audience, the rules too, and today's player, so everybody's on the same page, okay? Okay. We all start with 20 hit points. Each player has one past turn card, making them exempt from that question. All right? The audience will get questions. Each question will have a point value attached to it. The audience will choose between these questions. The winning question gets asked to each player. And then each player will have 30 seconds to answer said question, or they use their one and only past turn card. And let the games begin. All right, so yeah. It's the game's officially started, and we're gonna talk a little bit in between these rounds. While
questions up for vote today. We've got 2 questions up for the audience vote. So tune your ears in. We're going to put up a poll here in just a second. But if you guys want to start formulating your opinions, this is a great opportunity. Question number 1 for 6 points under deck building and gameplay. What does Magic the Gathering mean to you and your community? Versus, what color is your go-to in MTG? For 7 points. So we're going to go ahead and start a live poll up on YouTube. And while that's going, why don't you guys have some lighthearted fun and talk about which planeswalker you think would make the worst roommate?
God. I think Oko. I think he's the only one I have enough reference points for between character emotes. Yes, I'm referencing emotes in here. Like I'd come by and I'd come home. I'd be like, "Okay, why didn't you do the dishes?" And he'd be like, "Oh, it's sprinkling the salt." And I'd be like, "No, you don't. No, you have to do the dishes. You can't keep doing this. That doesn't pay the rent. That doesn't clean the apartment." And he'd be like, blow me kisses, and I'd be like, "Okay, I'm evicting you at this point."
I'm thinking that one with the. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'd have to go with Nicol Bolas on that one. I would not be having fun with it. It'd be like living with Pinky in the Brain, trying to steal the spark every other week.
I would love to have Nico Bolas. Like, I'd have to run some sort of operation just to be able to be like, oh, you know, things get unfortunate for people who don't cooperate.
Yeah,
oh, what way? I feed them to the giant dragon god, and they die.
Yeah, that's great until the Gatewatch are banging at your door to kick your ass like the Avengers. It's like, what the fuck?
Listen. Every moment has their Velma and Louise where you have to drive off a cliff. Or something happens. I don't know. I can't come to fruition like that with that. Like I thought I would.
Worst planeswalker. I mean, Tezzeret does not seem like he'd be fun to be around.
Oh my God, Karn! Because if you have the 4-mana one, none of your electronics work.
Well, also he's a big clomp and robot. So like, just generally, bull in a china shop. Like, oh, dude, you broke everything.
You're the only other person I've ever heard pronounce it like that, other than Zoidberg.
Oh,
well, I'll tell you. I was going to tell you, Pat, real quick. My answer to the last question was the one with the 100 letters for a name, like Asmon Pan of Gold Whiskey.
The Dice the car. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the worst roommate ever. That would be the worst roommate ever. Tell me I'm wrong.
I do not want a nickname. You cannot call me Andy.
If Fibblethip was a planeswalker, he'd be the worst because you never know where he is, and he'd never pay the rent.
So, looks like the vote is coming in. What color is your go-to in Magic the Gathering for 7 points? Ooh, okay. Go ahead and get our timer set up here. And Cryptic Commander, why don't you go ahead and let me know, what is your go-to color in MTG?
Yeah, man, there's 5 colors and colorless, right? Blue would be my color of choice, man. There's so much there in the game. It's an illusion, a lot of instances. It can put out some fires. I love control.
Okay.
The timer's running.
There we go.
Getting started.
It prefers to loop. That's its fun thing.
No.
So. Always a lot going on backstage here. And Jack's Coffee and Hobbies. What do you think is your favorite go-to color in Magic and why? Got 30 seconds. Let us know.
I'm going to reverse the rules on this one and say that if I'm going with my go-to color or colors, I've earned the nickname 5-Color Jack if anybody's seen my own content. You don't earn that nickname paying less than the Wooburg farm. So that would be my solid. If there's a deck and it is less than 5 colors, that's not enough colors for me.
Love that. Oh, man. And Bucket Man, for 30 seconds here on the clock, what is your go-to MTG color and why?
Like the Cryptic Commander, my favorite color of Magic the Gathering is blue. Not only do I like, the ability to answer things and put out fires. I like the ability to basically say, no, you're not going to play the game. Not only are you not going to play the game or utilize any of your things, but I'm going to take all of the turns or just end the game on the spot or draw all my cards. I could do so many things in blue, but point is you're not playing the game.
Denial. He likes that. Okay. So let's go ahead, put 2 minutes on the clock, and let the live studio audience let us know what was the worst opinion. Ooh, that's a tough one.
Neither one of us chose to use our past turn card there.
And the entire audience is a bunch of red players.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm a big green fan. One of my biggest
Green has much better protection against blue though nowadays.
well, they're kind of just in general breaking the color pie. I think we've been seeing that a lot in the evolution of Magic is unhousing where the power lies, and now we're seeing a little bit of that evolution. And it's definitely muddling the waters, but to some people, for the better.
I think people get too butthurt about it. Like when that black enchantment spell, destroy enchantment spell got printed, that wasn't that big of a deal. Like, yes, black doesn't destroy enchantments a lot. Cool. It makes you lose life. And a lot of the problematic enchantments that you're going to want to remove, especially at that low mana cost, yeah, they're going to be big and you're going to have to pay a penalty for that. I don't think the color pie has necessarily broken in a big, crazy, controversial way yet. I think there's definitely been a lot of replacements put in for things that have phased out, like protection you barely see anymore. So I think they have to give a lot break the color pie in a lot more ways because they removed that.
Well, if I could say this,
sure. I wanted to remind the live studio audience that they are voting for who they think had the least popular opinion. Go ahead.
As I was saying, I think that, especially pointing out your thing with the enchantment removal in black, that the color pie and cards like those are the exceptions, not the principle. Every color has cards that does things that they aren't traditionally supposed to do. Look at red cards like Red Blast or Pyro that allow you to play counter magic, or even let the timer go out.
Finish out your thought.
Or even like you'll see green cards able to I apologize, I lost my train of thought on that one. But the point is that these are exceptions to the rules. These are not principles. And like you said, I don't think that breaks the color pie by any means.
Well, luckily in 5 colors, you don't even have to care about it.
Yeah, that's not my problem.
What you are going to have to care about is, unfortunately, we've got our vote in, and they are saying, Jack, you had the majority loss here. Sorry,
yeah,
buddy,
I saw that coming.
They weren't digging it.
I think they
Neither
thought you
one of us
cheated.
used our past turn card.
That's 6 or 7.
That was 7. Yep. So we've got you down to 13.
Yeah.
Ouch.
So we're all still holding on to our past turn card right here. I find that very, very interesting. And that was a 7-point loss, correct?
Yep. But I mean, Magic players, we're now seeing that life is a resource, and we've got to feel out the waters a little bit,
Yeah, 7. That's a big hit, guys. Remember, we are playing a game here. But no, the live studio audience is the one that votes. So we want to thank each and every one of you for being here and help be a part of this community game. It's an experience like no other. I put a few hashtags in one of the posts I shared earlier, Pat, and I put a hashtag of like hyper something or other. It's in the hashtag there, but it's like 2 words put together because I wanted something that said, like hyper inventive or something like that, because this is a very weird twist on a way to play a game of Magic the Gathering involving the community, with some of their favorite Magic the Gathering content creators.
Couldn't agree with you more.
So I've got our next selection of questions. If you guys are ready, these ones are a little bit more powerful because they're a little bit more interesting, right? We're going to get into it. We're looking at the buying, selling, and collecting aspects of our favorite game. First question in this category: are buyouts ethical? Versus the price of Magic. Is MTG becoming too expensive to play? Who's responsible? Wizards of the Coast, secondary market, or players themselves? These are both for 8 points.
So while we wait for this, I have a question for you guys. Are any of you guys aware of the price difference between Teferi Time Raveler in paper and online?
Oh, like Mitgo or something?
No, I'm talking about Magic the Gathering. Yeah, Magic the Gathering online. Yeah, sorry. Versus paper, Teferi Time Raveler.
I'm not even sure how they get cards on MTG Go. So honestly, the whole economy of it, because I'm so unfamiliar, I'm reasonably removed from that. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's probably harder online. Do they screw up an algorithm?
No, what I'm saying is it's more expensive online on Moto versus in paper.
Yeah.
Do you know why that is?
No.
So, Teferi's static ability is very interesting. In paper, you have each other dictating, how your turns are going, versus on the computer where you need to click through things. Now, because of Teferi's static ability, it robs your opponent of, well, not even rob, it just doesn't give them the opportunity to hold priority because they don't have it. So you save a lot of time on your timer, and if they decide that they're going to use up more of their timer, that it puts you at a huge advantage with your timer, which you have is a time game of 40 minutes each.
Oh, interesting. Similar to like chess, you have a certain amount of actions based in a time format.
Oh. Exactly. It's very interesting. And I'm waiting to see when they'll do that next. Because I can't imagine they're just going to have that be the only card ever as that.
What I would think would be interesting is if we ever get a Masters of the Universe Beyond. They are making another He-Man movie.
That'd be a hat on a hat with names.
Oh, right. So we've got a poll closing here. Are buyouts ethical? Ooh, okay. Give me just a moment. And you know what? We're going to go in reverse order this time. Since you had a loss in the last round, we're going to give you the first shot at it here, Jack, for 30 seconds on the clock. Are buyouts ethical or not? Let's hear it.
Funny you say that. Pass the turn.
Oh. Okay.
I'll be blunt. I have no idea what the hell a buyout is. I'm not going to be good at that one.
Okay. No, that's fair. Hey, see that, Cryptic Commander? Someone used their past turn card. It's great usage right there. And we'd love to hear your opinion on it. 30 seconds to talk about, are buyouts ethical?
Do I answer or do I use the card? Okay. No, they're not ethical, man. I wanted to be a guy like that, and then I start doing a little research myself, and I'm realizing through the community it's not a good idea at all. I'd be doing cards, that I know are going to go up, and it's not healthy in the long run. I was thinking about using that card, by the way.
Understandable. It's a tough one, and we'd love to hear Bucket Man's opinion on it. So 30 seconds here on the clock. Are buyouts ethical?
In standard, absolutely not. I think anywhere else where the prices are absolutely established, yes, Magic the Gathering has gotten to a point where there's going to be different buying and trading practices for gain or marketing purposes or whatever. And I think as long as it stays away from the most approachable format, which, yes, it's complicated to do that. But I think as long as you keep it accessible to new players to gain and grow their collection, I think it's absolutely fine.
Interesting. Well, we're going to have to put it up to the live studio audience. Who did we get the worst opinion from? So let's throw 2 minutes up on the clock and let that roll.
I will put a note, too, because the opinions have already been given. That I don't think it involves a format. I noticed you said standard. But
well, and that's what I was saying, that I think that it should definitely, that was my example, that I think it should, as long as these buy and sellouts, and yes, it's complicated to do it this way, but as long as you keep them away from the most approachable market of Magic the Gathering players, the people who are just starting, then I think it's absolutely fine. The Magic the Gathering has gotten to a place between art legality and collective legality, and just so many different legal terms that has to go through that it's definitely an acceptable thing to do buyouts in certain places.
For clarification for you, Jack,
a
buyout is a targeted large scale purchase of a singular item, whether it's a
Correct.
single card or a product. The
Yeah.
aim for it is by purchasing such a large quantity in a single surge, you can lock in the lowest market value. And by having such a quick movement, the hopes is that you'll see a rapid spike in the price.
So,
if I can jump in here real quick, guys, we've already gave our opinions and they're voting, right? But what I'm trying to say is a buyout pretty much is like a single card. That's why when he gave you the description, it's not really affecting like standard per se. Okay, a buyout would be,
if it's
hey, I know
standard
that
single.
So it's somebody buying out, say,
no. It doesn't have to be a standard single, right? If you buy it, if I know anything of any information, I'm going to target one card. I'm going to buy a million of them. I'm going to buy every freaking copy. I'm going to go online to every store and I'm going to buy every single copy of that card they got. That is a buyout, bro. That is what a buyout
is value. I see what you're saying.
Right.
And those happen in all different kinds of when format releases. I mean, not format releases, but sets for like standard are about to drop, and a key card's about to be very pivotal in the set, and there's a buyout for another standard single.
That's interesting.
What I'm
saying. It could be.
That's what I was saying.
Okay. Yeah, we already gave our answers, and let's see what the audience has to say. We'd love to hear it in your chat, and if you're not watching the video live right now, I bet you wish you were. You can be casting your vote when we stream this every Sunday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Now, in the live comments, what are they saying, Pat?
Well, they're saying that their opinion aligns a lot more with Bucket Man. Seems as though folks are okay with targeted buyouts. That is, they're saying Cryptic. They weren't digging your scene, brother.
Did I take the hit?
You did.
I took the hit. Well, I should have used my card, but yeah, that's right. That's right.
Hey, don't worry. Not using it then leaves you the opportunity. Jack's on the precipice now.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love these ones. Oh, I like this. So, under community and culture, our next two questions up, both for 7 points. Number 1 right here. Best homebrew rules. Do you have anything special you guys play at home, at your LGS, something that is local, something you guys cooked up? Let us know your best homebrew rules. Or would you guys rather hear that we talk about what is better, winning a game or having a great play story?
Ooh, taking that second question.
And while we're getting this all typed up, we've got some long form questions here from our creator corner section. Do you make content to teach, to entertain, to share your passionate opinion? Which one do you think that viewers receive the best?
Entertainment, although with recording games especially, I think it can be a teaching moment, not just for the viewers at home, but for you as well. A lot of us are all CDH players, so watching the content back there are games where obviously we're just goofing around, we're having a good time, we don't really care. And there's games where we'll be taking it more seriously and trying our best. And you can look back at those lists we built or those gameplays and you can say, wow, why was I running that card? Or why did I counter this when I should have held? And there are plays where like, okay, I see where I was going with this. So I think it's a great way to sort of enthuse yourself.
Before I answer, Pat, the timer's not running, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I just wanted to let you know. I thought they were supposed to run for the question. I just wanted.
No, I didn't have the poll up yet. We give them 2 minutes, so they've got to be active. That's right. They've got to vote live.
So I definitely aim. I've definitely aimed to entertain. I do try to educate from time to time, and even the format of the show I do for Magic the Gathering has shifted twice, 3 times, I think. So I definitely try to tackle it from different angles of entertainment, and have definitely found just the general, introduce your deck, be a entertaining or captivating player, and do an outro of some sort seems to be the best, rather than what I was doing before, which is sort of an episodic series of skits and bits throughout gameplay. Took a lot of time to edit and whatnot, but was a lot of fun to do.
I tell you, man, my content, it just goes along with the mission statement of the Cryptic Commander, and I'll just sum that down to two sentences. Magic the Gathering is best with a community experience, and getting help where needed makes it more enjoyable. So my whole life, man, I go around and I found out young because Magic I was playing like late '93, like one of you guys, and I go around to different houses and lo and behold, some of them played Magic, but they weren't playing it right, or they needed help, or they would ask me questions. I'd be love to help them because I'm passionate about this game, and I just didn't know anybody really heard about it. And then the more I go around and start helping people, I realized I think this is my calling. But I had a 9-to-5 job, and I didn't think I was really anybody special. And I know a few people or whatnot, but but then what you start learning too is you want to either play at home casual or do you want to go competitive and try and earn money or prizes or whatnot. And I was always on the competitive side of things. I'll sit at home and I'll be playing with friends and whatnot. But if you're going to give me a chance to go play for money, that's to me like gambling, right? I'm there all day. It's not that I have a gambling problem, but it's, hey, I can go there and I can win 16 packs or something. Babe, I'll be back. I don't know when, but I'll be back. And I love helping people. Go ahead.
We were talking about the other option was a good story, and I wanted to share a story with you guys from a.
Oh, we have a winning question.
No. Oh no, not
that was.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. This is we have a question we're answering right now. What kind of content do you put out?
Pat, I forgot we were in that.
Yeah.
To stay on that topic, that I do try to I have made attempts to teach Magic through shorts and things like that. I'm still in a lot of ways trying to find my other sides of Magic the Gathering content other than gameplay, and trying to make it all work. Given that the other half of what I do is a lot of what I do for work, it does take up a lot more of my time, so it has gotten a little lost. But I'm trying to, through this and other attempts, bring myself back to the Magic forefront of things.
Totally understandable. And we appreciate you joining us, and we appreciate your opinion here on the show, and you're gonna have to keep that up. We've got 2 votes for best homebrew rules, so
okay,
let's go ahead, get this set up here.
Also,
best
people that are live in the audience, if you guys don't mind, help sharing this YouTube link that we're on live too, and help share it around. That would be grateful. I know I do. I share it around like crazy.
I've gotten in trouble for doing exactly that, but that's why I call her my ex-wife, John. Hey, anyways, back to it. We've got 30 seconds loaded up here on the clock, and since you didn't get to talk about your opinion last time, Jack, I would love to know, do you have any homebrew rules? What are the best? What are the worst? Go.
I haven't touched homebrew rules in years, but we had one years back when we were playing at Platinum City, where what we used to do was if you had a bounce land turn 1 and no other lands on board, you could play that bounce land without having to bounce a land. So in a sense, we allowed you a free bounce land, which was such an ugly rule, but that was the house rule we used to use.
Wow, that is something else. Okay. Bucket Man, you're on the edge of the seat. I can see it. You're ready to rock. You got 30 seconds. What is the best? What is the worst homebrew rules?
The best homebrew rule is the undecided, unspoken rule that if you start with a Soul Ring or a Mana Crypt, you're the automatic enemy to start with. I think the worst homebrew rules are the ones that are just in general the ones that are too strict, that have a wide net of specific cards that people got butthurt over that they ban. And I think people should be a little bit more durable with these cards.
Okay. And Cryptic Commander, you've got 30 seconds to talk about some of the best or some of the worst homebrew rules.
Yeah, man. So the best one was like this format that I can't remember where it was involved in just all blue cards and that Dan and a bunch of fish or whatever. But I'll tell you, in my house, we just primarily do draft. We go buy a box and we just draft because it's my immediate family or whatnot, right? But the favorite house rule I like is we play cube mainly, right? And what we do is we do like a Winston draft, or we do a glimpse draft, or we do a pancake draft. We always change up the draft, and that's the house rule. Is every time we do cube, we change the rule.
Pancake draft.
Pancake draft?
Yeah, pancake draft. Basically, it's how you start it is you put down 4 cards face down, and then the first person to go either picks it up. Well, actually you put it down face up, and then they pick 1 card, and then that player puts it in their pile face down to build their deck later, right? And then they take a card from the top and they put it in the blank spot that they used, and then the other 3 spots. So now you got 2 cards, 2 cards, 2 cards, and then 1 card in a square, right? And then the next person comes up and goes, huh. And then he'll get to look at any pile he wants and decides if he wants to keep that pile and put it back or not. If he does, if he puts it back, he puts a card on top of it. You pick a pile basically, and if you don't pick that pile, then you put a card on top, and then basically you take the pile you want. But the pancake's always getting bigger, and it always rotates around.
I like how he just now casually. I like how he
3 of us
casually
can't
just.
talk at once.
Sorry, I like how he casually just said, "Yeah, pancake. You haven't heard of pancake draft? Like what?
Have you never heard of air either? What
this savage over here?
It's the new hot thing. Everybody's doing it on the Twitch.
The Twitch, or as I call it, the griddle, of which I make my pancakes."
It's funny you say that, Pat. There was a woman I used to date who worked at the Waffle House, and she came and she told me that they have a soap opera at work. It's called As the Waffle Burns.
Huh.
Well, yeah, it's Waffle House. They're more busy trying to fight off savage customers.
And smoking cigarettes while they cook.
I gotta say, it is great. There's nothing like the freedom of it, or shower beers, but that's like a whole different thing.
Shower beers. Oh wow.
And it's nothing like being on this game show on a Sunday afternoon. We appreciate each and every one of you, not only for playing as Magic the Gathering content players, but the people in the live audience that are voting. We want to thank each and every one of you.
Wet bathtub Big Mac.
I don't know why you're thanking them, John. They're racking you up, buddy. So we've got a vote in. It is for Cryptic Commander. Ooh. See, that's the thing, if we get more votes, then it dilutes it, One more vote, and it would have been a 50-50 split for you.
Oh, yeah? Well, how many votes were there? 1?
Yeah, it was 1.
Oh, man.
And he does not like pancake.
We got 1%.
The decider is in the audience, and we appreciate you very much.
No, we appreciate you.
He's just out in the audience. He's like, oh, where's the thumb?
Yeah.
Are there any comments in the live chat? Is there any comments at all from the live chat?
Just me saying, make sure to vote live.
Oh, okay.
We're doing it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're out there, we appreciate you. If you say hi or whatnot, we'd love to hear your voice too.
We love the decider.
Yeah. Like, this is the decider, right? Remember, there's 3 of us playing too, and it's all for a good cause.
Joy and laughter on the Sunday afternoon.
Amen, brother.
Okay, so next
Yeah.
I've got our 2 questions lined up here. This is, again, our community and culture section here. So, your opinion on, is an LGS versus in-person your preferred way to play, or is it online nowadays, and why, for 7 points, versus would Magic the Gathering benefit from losing the rotation system for Standard? 6 points. I don't even know how they would achieve it. Well, hey, that's not for us. We are just talking heads here.
Talking heads, baby. Floating. Ooh.
I prefer max head rolls, thank you.
It's almost October, spooky floating head season. That's what everyone calls it.
That's right. You guys got any haunted house plans or any escape room plans this year?
I have a tradition. Every Halloween, I have a track from Job for a Cowboy that I play on blast on Halloween night that basically simulates the sound and ambiance of a horror house. And other than that, I'll maybe go out and have to dress up, whatnot, some parties. But the tradition is the horror house vibe of blasting the music. That's the tradition.
That's fun.
So we've got our poll up live on YouTube. So if anybody is watching live currently, please go vote. Put your opinion in so we can share ours.
Yeah.
Live on YouTube.
Live on YouTube.
Wolfman Jack.
Wow.
I do like the my favorite thing out of like the secret layers and ultras that they've done over the years is the ones that look like horror movie posters. They've done that a couple of different times. Those are probably the ones I dig the most. They are very enthralling. They're very nostalgic. And they use a lot of imagination to the title of the card, sometimes reimagining it, which I find fun.
I'm not a classic horror fan, but I can appreciate what they're doing.
Yes.
If I'm gonna pick one, I love the futures. I love the future site designs. I thought chef's kiss. I would a deck of those if I had enough cards.
Let me ask you guys this because I've always wanted to get other people's take on this, and I'll choose my words carefully here. What card have you had the most problem with the image of? What card have you looked at and thought, whether because it looks like it's something that irked you or something that you thought linked to something problematic, without getting too much into the specifics of it, what card irked you the most throughout history?
Hurt me the most?
Yes. Art-wise.
Card-wise? Oh.
I've got thick skin. I don't get. It's very hard to break my heart.
It's not even breaking the heart. There have been some cards throughout Magic's history that I've looked at the art and I've been like, that's weird, that's eerie, that's kind of strange.
Okay.
I don't even care about the art. I could tell you it's counterspell. Like that's the worst card in Magic. I don't even care what the art is. It's the text on the card. I'm gonna flip the script on you. It's the worst text on a card.
That was such a beautiful answer. I love that. Okay.
I would say anything from Fred Ditzler's run there. Let's never let that man make Magic cards again.
I'm not familiar.
RKS? Yeah. RKS. It's yes. Some of the most illegible artwork. It's on pretty much Double Masters 22. If you can't understand what's on the card, yeah, he did it.
Great. Love it. I love a great abstract artist.
People have put in their votes on YouTube. They are saying that next up should be LGS versus in-person play versus the concept of online play. Are you an in-person person or an online person? I don't know what to tell you now.
I do.
Well, luckily, he's got the scoop. So let's put 30 seconds on the clock. Bucket Man, let's hear your thought. What's better, in-person play or online? Why?
I think 10, 15 years prior to this, there's no discussion. Unless you had a group of friends, the LGS was the way to go. Now I think it could sway either way with the fact that, things that the way the world has gone as far as public gatherings and the rise of certain online elements of Magic the Gathering, that I think it fits whatever you think is best. If you're more of a people person, go to your LGS. If you're a solo guy, sit at home.
Okay, interesting. Cryptic Commander, we met online. I don't think I've ever seen I've never met you in person. We're strictly online. Is that the way you prefer to play, or do you want to go down to your LGS? 30 seconds. Give your opinion, please.
Absolutely, man. So I'm an in-person player, and that's kind of what I was preaching to customers, like parents, when they walked into the store I was running when I was out in Arizona. Was we promote, table play where they play against each other, kind of. And not really on a TV where they're zoned in on that all day. So I promote in-store play, and I love in-store play. and at home playing Commander with friends or drafting or whatnot. Primarily drafting at home, but yeah, I love in-store play, especially Commander nights.
And Jack's Coffee and Hobbies. What's your preference? Tell us why.
Online play gets the job done, but no, in-person play is what matters. So LGS is my preferred method. It's not even about playing the game, it's the social experience. You could say the same thing about D&D. The fun of the gathering, yeah, you play the game, but the fun of it is sharing fun stories or telling cracking jokes or talking about the best movie you just saw. It's the social experience more so than the game itself. The game is just a gathering tool.
Interesting takes. The whole lot of you, very interesting. But somebody must have had the worst opinion. So let's put 2 minutes on the clock and let's put it up to the live studio audience.
Hold on.
That's right.
Hold on.
You guys,
Wasn't there another person? There's another person that votes or says their opinion. There's another player.
We all gave her, didn't we?
Everybody
You,
voted.
me, then you, then Jack.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You're right. Go ahead.
Unless we're throwing Pat right on the spot.
No,
No,
I'm sorry. Mistakes happen. It's live on YouTube.
I've purposely been changing the rotation. That way, the order that I put the vote up on YouTube does not influence people's decisions. Oftentimes in polling, the first opinion is the one that gets the most answers. A is the most often scored thing on polls. The first thing you hear is most often the most influential. So I want to keep the rotation going around. So the human, statistics, those little things don't influence. I want the influence to be from you folks. I want to hear your incredible opinions, and I want them to know which was the best, which was the worst.
Well, everybody more or less had the same take, so who was the worst at presenting their argument?
I feel like I might take the hit on this one because I just realized that I just kind of said, whichever works for you. Well, the question was, which is better? So
yeah, I learned my lesson on that for the color one. You can't do that.
We'll see. We'll see what they say.
Interesting too. How many points am I at, Pat? And how much points was that question worth?
Oh, dude, you're right on your screen should be blinking. You're at 5. Yeah, you're one bad takeaway. Yeah.
And that question was worth how many points?
That's a 7-piece right there. Yeah.
Here's the hoping Simon Cowell's in the audience.
I could just hear everybody in studio clicking their keyboards to get to YouTube to vote as fast as they can.
Including Simon Cowell. I was not a fan, and my shirt is too tight.
It's enough for me.
I'm suffocating on my own shirt.
Oh, votes are going back and forth. What's happening here? We've got a split, it looks like, 2 votes. So 1 for Bucket Man, 1 for Jack's Coffee and Hobbies. So what we do at this point, it's fun. We love these tiebreakers. Let's go ahead and end that poll there. So for 2 minutes here on the clock, tell us what was your best trade ever? Give us a little bit of a story time, why don't you? 2 minutes on the clock. Best trade ever. Jack, please divulge.
My best trade ever was... So I'd cracked a pack of Forgotten Realms when that set was hot, and it was a running joke that every time I cracked a box of that, I always got a Tiamat. One day I got a borderless foil Tiamat. Thing was beautiful. And my sister, she's stepped away from the game years ago, but she loved it as a D&D fan and as a collector. So when I post a picture of it online, she DMs me like, what do you want for it? I will take it. I got out of that a Blightsteel Colossus, a Sensei's Divining Top, back when that card had some value to it. And it was, I got this thing. It was, what's the dragon? I cannot think of it. What's the dragon that when it swings, you sacrifice permanence to the number of players at the table?
I can't remember.
We all know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a pretty good trade. I would call that my biggest success in a trade.
Okay.
You want to continue the rest of it?
I'm sorry?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you want to finish the rest of it?
Yeah, you
Okay.
got 40 seconds if you want to keep chatting for a second.
Oh. Jack. No.
Well, yeah.
No worries, no worries.
Okay.
So let's
right.
go ahead and
Most
reset. We
interesting-
got
Go ahead.
we got 2 minutes on the clock. Bucket Man, could you tell us about your best trade?
Yes. Okay. So Kaladesh has just released the original Kaladesh, and we were all both excited and angry about the masterpiece releases. And I was in my early 20s and stupidly hunting masterpieces, thinking, it was just to pull away. And it was a Sword of War and Peace that I pulled after digging through a couple packs over the course of a couple weeks. Now, a couple weeks later, I went to an open, and I was hoping to find a dual land, Tundra, Plateau, something for my Narset deck. And actually, it was Metamai at the time, before Narset. And lo and behold, I found myself someone with a used, worn Tundra. And I was able to trade that straight up at the time, a Sword of War and Peace masterpiece for a Tundra. And I couldn't have been more excited because that was my first dual land at the time. And that's the answer to that question.
Made out like a bandit.
Hey, you can't knock that. I mean, getting some OG lands, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, it's a shame the whole collection was stolen in 2019 out of my car.
Oh, no way. Oh.
Everything happens for a reason, and that's why I'm here right now doing this. Because of that and COVID money.
I'm so sorry. That's awful. That's.
If you told, like I just said, if you had told me years ago, hey, we're going to take your Magic collection, but in a couple of years you're going to be doing this, that, and another thing, I'd be like, okay, fine. As long as you have it in writing. But yeah, I appreciate it. It is a loss, but I like to think things happen for a reason.
I mean, at least you're optimistic about it, honestly.
Exactly.
I would be heartbroken if my collection got sniped. But then again, what player wouldn't? And the fact that you were able to turn into such a positive experience really speaks to more of you than the cards.
Am I muted?
No.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
So we've got our 90 seconds left on the clock here for our tiebreaker vote up on YouTube. So make sure, go ahead, put your opinion in. Break the tie. Who had the best opinion on that one? Yeah, story.
Oh, the vote this time is going to be for the best?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow, we're switching it up.
It's like a wishbone, whoever gets the most wins.
If mine gets the most popular and I break the wishbone, do I get my collection back?
Yeah.
Is it that kind of wishbone?
For a certain amount of money, you can buy anything.
The pawn shop.
Yeah, we bought it in an old.
Who's old enough to remember the Tales from the Crypt on HBO?
Oh my God!
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
I've seen that show.
Yeah, I'm in the mood to watch it this year. Especially that Santa Claus episode.
I'm in the mood to
watch
this.
I remember renting it. The Santa Claus one.
I'm in the mood this year to watch some Goosebumps. Old Goosebumps.
Oh, man, yeah, that's nostalgia.
Tales of the Crypt.
You want a great show?
Tales of the Crypt.
You want a great show, similar vibes to Tales from the Crypt? Look up Erie, Indiana. That show that's such a fun show.
Yeah, I remember that show, and I kind of liked
you've
it.
seen
I kind of wish it was.
I thought that was
wish it
cute.
still going on. I missed the A-Team as well, but I'm old.
They need to remake A-Team.
They did.
Yeah.
And again, better.
2 minutes in, and the poll closes. 1 vote for Jack, saying you had the best opinion. Sorry, Bucket Man, you're taking the hit on this one.
Everyone hated my easy win.
I even guessed up your story, dog. I can't help you any more than that.
Now, Bucket Man, you said everybody. That was just 1 vote. So, that one person who voted.
I was saying because the dual land win.
Yeah, thank you. Ruby's Chaos EDH. Tales from the Crypt. Are you afraid of the dark, eerie? Oh, yeah. Are you afraid of the dark? Oh, I love that. Throwing the flower in the fire at the beginning of every episode.
Are you afraid of the dark?
Oh, are you afraid of the
More of a horror girl. Oh yeah, feel that American horror. It's a whole new thing nowadays. People are really embracing it. I'm a big fan of The Back Rooms. If you ever want to get like really creeped out, check that out on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Oh, those are cool. I like watching
A little
those.
bit, a little weird. It's just. I think a little more feverish. That I tend to go for, like just a never-ending room, and then there's an entire office room filled with water. That's uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's more atmospheric horror. Yeah. Okay, so let's bring this up to our deck building and gameplay section here. Oh, ooh. Okay. I wanted to ask this one. Like that. Ooh, double stack. Okay. 8 pointers. These are going to be some big ones. We might see some card usage. Don't know. I can't predict it. 8 points apiece. First question could be, when you win or lose the game, what do you do? Do you get up? Do you leave? Do you stay? If you're playing Commander, do you watch the rest of it? Do you go outside for a smoke? When you win or lose the game, what do you do? Versus, what is your pet card? That one you seem to jam in every deck, even when it's not optimal. Ooh, these are going to be hard to shorten to put into YouTube, but give me a second. And while I'm doing that, could you guys tell me about how you bling out your decks and your play experiences?
I mean, now that I'm in the digital format on Arena, it's just making sure I stay on top of all the emotes and everything. Emotes are easily, like, other than the art, it's just such a beautiful way to, like, I've always struggled with being professional, especially in competitive Magic the Gathering. I've seen people get very visceral, very disrespectful, and I try to keep myself at a very respectable level when I'm playing. Even nowadays, if I'm playing in-person Magic the Gathering, when I'm in front of my own screen and there's no one else to the other side of me, it's a very cathartic experience just being able to be myself and have my own anger experiences. So it is, and the emotes definitely help express that, given that there's no chat. So it is one of the ways that I go about blinging out my Magic the Gathering experience, other than art.
I'll tell you, Pat, I'm not sponsored by GameGenic, but I love their products, man. They got like this huge box where a bunch of my decks can go in and stuff. I started out with small containers of them, but I made sure they all were like the same size and shape or whatever. They got different colors of the rainbow, bro. They're soft on the outside, they're soft on the inside, strong magnets. I mean, I think Professor even reviewed the products a long time ago, or whatever. And I'm telling you, blinging out a deck to me is getting a perfect fit on each one of my cards, and then getting those into a good dual matte Dragon Shield sleeve, and then throwing all those in my Game Genics box, and then throwing all those boxes into my Pirate Lab book bag. That's how I bring out my decks.
Do you guys, either of you, have a custom playmat? And if you do not, what would it be of?
Yes. Yes, I have a custom playmat.
And what is it of?
Yeah, I have a custom playmat. It's a picture of He-Man fighting Skeletor. It was drawn by Jeff Lovenstein. And it's signed by him, and it says 2024 on top.
I won a costume contest at the King's Court Gaming a couple years ago, and the prize was a custom playmat. I got mine of one of my favorite games out there, the original Wario World.
That is just on so many different levels very cool.
I'm gonna win. Me.
I love that.
There's also the very hard to find Cryptic Commander playmat that's out there.
Yes. That one, I remember the original Lorwyn Cryptic Command is a very popular one to find.
No. The Cryptic Commander, my official playmat that's floating out there. I occasionally use one when I want to just tell people, hey, I got a YouTube, I got a podcast, whatever. And then the Jeff Lovenstein one I'm going to get it framed. You see,
I have one sitting around here somewhere, and it's of Nicolas Cage, all from
Willy's Wonderland, the movie that was basically like Five Nights at Freddy's, and it's just several different shots of him from Willy's Wonderland on the play mat, just like doing the arcade dance in the background.
Right? Isn't he like mute or something the whole movie?
No, he's not mute. It's not mute. He's just the silent bad guy, like the silent badass. Like he's just like,
hey, we appreciate you joining the fun, White Label. Make sure to vote if you're live on.
It was a Christmas present a couple of years ago. It was supposed to be myself in the Wario operation.
I guess I don't so much as have a custom playmat, but I went to Gen Con last year before. Time travels so fast. And I met a couple of game creators. So I got a few signed playmats from, a couple of folks here and there. Extra wide ones for this one called Legions Realms at War. Would not suggest the game, but the mats are extra big. Speaking of extra big, the amount of votes we got, 1, but it was 4. When you win versus lose, what you do? What do you do? Do you get up? Do you leave the table? Do you bang your fists in rage? Let's go ahead, get 30 seconds here on the clock, and let's start the chat. Cryptic Commander, you're the host of the show, the man with the most, bro. You got 30 seconds. Let's go.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Sure. When a game is over, when you win or lose, what do you do? If you lose the game, do you get up and leave? If you win, do you start, just clapping and patting yourself on the back?
Sure. I got it. Okay. So I approach every game the same. When I sit down, I shake the person's hand. I greet myself, right? And I'll either say good luck or, man, I hope we have fun. Let's go, And then at the end of the game, I always shake their hand and say, GG, good games. And I say it just like that. GG's, good game. Because I don't know how people take it with GG's, or the good game. So I just say GG's, good game. But I shake their hand first.
G-Unit, I feel that. Jack, tell me, go ahead. What would you do when the game ends? 30 seconds, please divulge.
Live reenaction. GG's. Game 2.
Right, looking for more. I get you.
That's usually my go-to. GG's. Game 2. And then I look around the table. If it's a tournament, the only other thing I might do is if I'm playing with an experienced competitive player, I might ask if there were some things I might have been able to do better than that, or compliment a play of theirs that I thought was pretty good. But usually just ask for another game.
Okay. Well, we've got 30 seconds. I'd love to hear what happens when your games end. Bucket Man, please share.
I'm going to assume this is talking about in person. I'm going to stick to where I'm usually the competitive events, and it's usually a good game. And shake their hand afterwards, and I'll ask, if I'm curious about why they ran certain things, or was impressed by certain things that they ran, I'll definitely bring that up and compliment them on that. And regardless of win or lose, I'm going out for a vape. That's just whether it's a win or a loss, your heart's racing during that entire thing. If it's a good game.
Yeah, right. Time for a smoke break. All good answers. Ooh, this is going to be a tough one for our studio audience.
Very close game,
Spider-Man's coming out so soon.
Yeah. I know Almond Path on Arena, right?
Oh, yeah, and that's like a whole thing. You guys want to talk about that? Jeez Louise. They couldn't even get the rights to play Spider-Man on Arena? What? Come on.
Well, that part doesn't.
I kind of don't want to talk about it. Yeah.
That's the part.
That count as his pass the turn.
Marvel has their feet in other mobile gaming areas, so I could definitely see that being an issue. The biggest problem with the Spider-Man set I have, other than the fact that Omen Pass haven't been spoiled yet, why does every Spider-Man not have reach?
Why are there so many Spider-Men? That's part of my question.
That is an easier answered question with the fact that Marvel has so many different multiverses and nonsense and different versions of different characters. The fact that every Spider-Man does not have reach, at the very least, is not wrong. It's wrong.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Okay.
You know,
Okay, I think
flavorful.
that's-
That's a huge
I
loss.
didn't notice that, but now that you mention it, I'm irritated by it. Thanks a lot.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
like it doesn't make sense.
Spider-Man's whole gimmick, nah.
It's like I can't
All right,
reach
let's-
that. What with your webs? No.
At least it's not Mr. Fantastic.
We're going to remind the live studio audience, if you're just joining us right now, this is a Magic the Gathering interactive game show where you, the live audience, chooses and decides who loses. Basically, we have hit points scrolling on the bottom of the screen, and there's a few of us that are in the single digits. There's a few of us that are in the double digits. One of us might be going home right now. But the whole point of the show is to have fun and entertain everybody too, right? You know, we want to get the insights of some of your favorite Magic the Gathering content creators. You know, they'll be coming on the show. If they're not already on the show today, we want to thank the guests and the live audience for voting.
I love you, White Label Digital Media. And whoever loses and goes to 0 obviously spends a night in the pit.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that.
We're
There's two of us
developing
that
a
are holding
pit.
on to our cards
It
here.
really depends. Like if I win, depends on who I'm playing with. Because I have some people where like if I win, I'll just be like, hey Derek, this wouldn't happen so much if you were just like, you know, better at this. But hey, if you want to play again, I'll give you another shot to lose.
Wow.
Like,
What about the opposite approach when you go to flip the table if you lose the game?
Yeah,
Well, I'd be more insulted with
That would have
that
been an
approach.
entertaining answer.
The person who's just like, listen, you wouldn't have lost if you didn't do this so much. But hey, I'll give you another. I don't need you to coddle me, sir.
So we didn't get any votes in. Can't believe it. So I'm just putting another 2 minutes on the clock. I know we've got some live people in the studio audience.
White label vote.
Yeah, right?
You know, the debate right there we just had, there was 3 of us that answered. 2 of us still had cards. We didn't use the cards. Maybe the audience is really having a hard time choosing of who they think lost that round. It was probably that close, Pat.
I couldn't choose. All were
Ruby,
good.
Flip a
We're
coin.
backing
Flip a
it.
3-sided coin.
Yeah, right. Roll a die.
No, 3-sided
Spin a
coin.
wheel?
Has to be. It has to be the complicated, impossible answer.
Well,
Yep.
if no one votes, I think it goes to we double the points of the next question, isn't that right,
Yep.
Pat?
Exactly. It'll be an instant out if we don't get anything. We're over
Yeah,
an
2
hour.
people.
This is where it gets dangerous. We're
people.
in the double
Yeah,
jeopardy
if the-
zone.
Right, because if the audience chooses that is an option, audience. We want to let you know if no votes come in right now, this will be the next question, double points.
I
So
closed my eyes and clicked. Oh, Ruby, you mad?
no,
Oh no! Oh no!
That's it, Ruby. I'm calling the parents.
Ruby,
Hey, you know, chaos. Gotta love it sometimes.
what did
remember,
you
we
do?
don't run the show. The audience runs the show, and we appreciate each and every one of you. And so
And
far, our
Ruby just
VIP
did the
voter tonight
equivalent of
is
drunk
chaos.
driving.
What's that about drunk driving? I don't
I
condone
said
it. What
Ruby
is
just
it?
did the
What?
equivalent. Ruby just did the equivalent of drunk driving by blind quicking.
Chaos reigns. Chaos reigns.
Good, I like that. You've won me back, Ruby. Good for you. Chaos reigns. I approve.
I apologize. My sword fell over.
Oh no!
And since I don't know when I is supposed to go before E, how they wrote that might be even more chaotic.
It is wrong. And A is supposed to go before the O.
I know that one. Yeah.
Before
Co-op.
except after
Co-op.
C.
So
Chaos
we've
reigns.
got a vote in. It looks like Ruby landed on Jack, taking the hit for that one. Sorry,
I hate it
Jim.
here, Grandpa.
Well, you know, Choas, those are real things.
Cellos? Yes.
Yeah, well, chaos. I think there was a misspelling of chaos just a moment ago.
Oh
I
no,
thought
no.
we were talking about the restaurant cellos. I was about to say that's
I
pretty
was
cool.
talking about the instrument, but no, I think that's spelled cello. Cello is spelled CELLOS with plural.
No, I'm talking about in Arizona on the cactus.
Joust?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, apparently they stick on you. You don't want to touch them, and they will stick on you.
Oh, those are the barbs on the cactus of like multiple different pricks.
Sort of. It's this thing. It's like a thing you got to put your hand inside of, kind of a thing. and you don't
Oh,
want to
It
do
that's
it.
also
sounds like the kind
Chouse
of thing that
also
once
the weird reference in what is called the Black Library 40K stuff. It's Warhammer 40K if you're tuned in. Chouse is also the musical composition that they have from previous millennia, including artwork of all types specifically spoken about in the musical terms, but seems to encompass all previous millennial artworks.
It
Chouse.
sounds right now, for some whatever reason, I'm getting the picture of a sad boy rapper on SoundCloud named Chouse.
My name's Chouse. No
All right.
regrets. No regrets.
My name's Chouse. No one understands me, and I live in a closet in my parents' house because they don't like me.
Okay, so I like these questions. I don't know why they specifically were so good on this. So we've got these ones up, 8 points. So we're getting to the thick of it here. First question could be new sets. Should you pre-order, wait for singles, or shop whenever you want? Versus, would you pay more for a card just because the artwork? Ooh.
Both very good questions, right? And don't give your answers yet, right? The audience is going to choose who has the least popular opinion or who loses.
These are both questions of great
Yeah,
importance.
yes. Yeah, they're both questions, yes. Of great importance. I see what you did there, yes.
Yes. See, I'm trying to stay general and bland about it, as to not give
No,
away
well-
where I stand.
That was that movie with Batman, and he fought Kane, and then Kane was like, the guy goes, "What happens if I pull that mask off?" And Kane said, "It will be painful." And the guy goes, "But you're a strong man." And he goes, "For you." And I'm like, wait. He finished his sentence. It took him a second to finish his sentence.
Here's my
I was till I put on the mask.
Here's my question
like-
to you guys: what is your favorite Magic the Gathering meme?
Meme?
Yes,
Probably
meme.
the Batman slapping Robin with the counterspell that's out there.
That one is a very good one. What about you, Jack?
Truthfully,
Right.
I would admit the whole do you pay the two? Like, do you want to pay the one? Like, I am that guy. Smothering Tide fits and everything.
Yes.
I tried to I had at one point 17 copies of Mystic Remora before the reprintings and stuff. Like, I had a stack of these. I was giving them out to friends because nobody wanted to pay for. Yeah, I am that much of a jerk at the table.
What about you, Jack?
I like the Bugs Bunny meme where with them Seaborn Muse saying "our turn" with them they slap over the hammer and sickle of the Soviet Union.
Yes, I've seen that one. I think my favorite is probably the scene from Men in Black where they, when someone asks, "Is Magic the Gathering worth it?" It's just like, yeah, it is. You're strong enough.
We will remind the live audience the clock is ticking. That clock you see on your screen, that is for you to choose and vote on what question gets asked each contestant.
And luckily, I'm not a contestant. I get to just put, my opinion where I feel like.
What planeswalker would you have tattooed on the back of your neck?
I don't know.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be just considered trash? I mean, I wouldn't get it.
That's the point. That's the point.
No. So
Oh.
I would just get the white mana symbol because everybody will think that it's the Godsmack symbol, and that I used to be cool. Wasn't then.
Oh,
Isn't
yeah.
now. But
Yeah.
it'd be more confusing.
I think I'd have
That's
to
funny,
go with.
Pat.
I think I'd have to go with Minsk and Boo, but just the hamster.
I like that.
I just learned about sugar gliders today. Those look adorable.
Oh, yeah,
they are. Interesting fact, though, they do not taste like sugar.
Trust me, I ate one. I hunted it down and I ate one.
So looks like we've got our votes in. Two votes. So thank you again to everybody out there in the audience. Huge thank you. Their next question is how to interact with new sets. Ooh, this is a good one. We cover this a lot on my main channel, Cardboard Odysseys. We're very finance focused over there. So I'd love to see how you guys are interacting with new sets. Bucket Man, why don't you start us off? 30 seconds. What do you do when a new set's coming up?
Well, when I used to be a paper player, which is where I'm going to stick this answer because it's different for me being a arena player now. I played a different range between sealed Magic and constructed Magic the Gathering. So the singles that I needed, if I was lucky enough to pull them, I'd keep them. If not, I'd look out to buy them when they were a little bit cheaper. But otherwise, I'd find myself opening a lot of packs, being a limited player, but also waiting for the right time to buy the right single.
I know myself, I have waited many years for the right single. So, Cryptic Commander, go ahead, tell us in the next 30 seconds, how do you interact with new sets?
Let me put my hand up. I'm going to use my past turn card.
He wants.
And I might answer that question. Well, I might answer the question after these two because I'll be exempt from the question. That way, when the time filler, for time filler.
Interesting. Jack, you don't have that luxury. You have used your card, so we're going to have to hear your weigh in. What do you do with new sets? How are you interacting?
With a new set coming out, I base it on what the spoilers look like. So am I interested in the cards in this set? And then what we see for the cards when it comes out. If I see cards I'm interested in, I may proxy them for playtest to see, do I like these in my lists? Do I think these are going to work well, et cetera, et cetera? And then from there, I usually wait until a month or two after the set's been out and buy singles because pre-release prices are a joke.
That they are.
Too true. Well, we're going to have to hear if the fans agree with you. It's back to Buckethead and Jackie.
Yeah, so
I said the P word, that's the first word in their eyes.
I would like
the audience.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I would like to share actually because we're on the prize topic right now, and I've never get to share the story. Does everyone remember when Uro got banned?
Yeah.
Who? What?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Uro.
Yeah. I remember watching the banter of that and everyone going back and forth about if that was going to get banned or not. I remember I sold those 3 days before it got banned online and made about $400 altogether just to watch them get banned 3 days later. It was easily one of and I'm not one to really look at the markets and make those kinds of moves. It was a gut decision on my part, but that was easily one of the best moves I've ever made in Magic the Gathering.
Now, what questions do they have to answer? Because I'll give you my opinion while we're just killing time.
Oh, I forgot, yeah.
How do you interact with a new set when it's coming up? Are you going to be a pre-order fiend?
Yeah, since I'm not under pressure here, let me give you my honest answer on this. Okay.
Under pressure. Nope, don't want to get you on.
It's hard for me. So because I'm a pro player, and what I do is I'll go examine the new sets by priority. To me, it would be standard, and then modern, and then draft, because I got to master these skills when I go on a tour or whatever, right? And you got to really, when the new set comes out, you've got to learn when they filter this through all the sets or all the formats, and then when I finalize everything, because there's a lot of things that go into it, right? You got to figure out, do I want to do Esper? Okay, do I want to do Rakdos? Do I want to do Mono Blue? I pick a lot of things, and when I find out what works, I'll stick with that. So, interacting with the new set, I kind of go through the formats, and I put priority list, like standard, modern, stuff like that, draft. So I go in priority, and then I start with my priority next on the next stage. Like, do I do Azorius? Do I do Gruul? Because that's a Gruul thing to do.
You're a Gruul guy.
Can I just say, I feel like you would be wicked fun to play in a draft with. Just at the table doing a draft pod, I feel like you would be wicked fun for that sort of scenario.
I not a Gruul
Cambridge area. Not to be where is it, Jack? I grew up in very northeastern Connecticut, and you sound so familiar, but more
I lived in Mass. I usually go to the. It's not a secret I announced on my channel, but I was born and raised in Massachusetts, in the Taunton area. I'm still in New England for obvious reasons. I'm not going to say specifics, but I am still in New England.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I live in Vermont. There are worse places to be.
I like being happy.
Do we have the vote up?
We've got some votes in. Unfortunately for
And the
Bucket
timer.
Man, we do in fact have votes in.
Well, the timer's not clicking. The timer's
No,
not clicking.
it's because it's over.
Oh,
They
Am I out?
weighed in. Yeah. Bucket
No.
Man taking an 8-piece on this.
Ow.
Yeah.
only one player remains with a pass turn card. Which player is that?
It's okay.
Man.
We're gonna be. It looks like we're gonna be down to players very soon, anyways.
Oh, I'm still in. Okay, I thought I was out. Okay.
No. Everybody's down to their last line here.
So
But only one has a
I
pass
asked
turn
a
card.
question out of curiosity, because obviously a player is about to get knocked out with the next question. If it becomes 2 players left and Buckerman just uses his pass turn, does that just force Cryptic Commander to take the L on that one?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
And can I just say something beautiful about this? Much like many Magic the Gathering moves like this, I didn't even think about that. So thank you for letting me know about that.
Yeah, no
I appreciate
problem.
What? Wait. I blinked out. What was the question?
So, by the rules of the game, if one of us gets knocked out that isn't Bucket Man, because the question's ranging from 7 to 8 points, so if any of us get it wrong, we're out of the game. That leaves a 1v1. Could Bucket Man just use his pass turn, forcing the remaining player to take the L?
Yeah, we've already had it happen once.
Oh wow! Already then.
Yeah, we've had people play this game to their advantage, man, and we've had
that's-
people try to hold on the card the whole
So
way
what
through.
if-
Yeah, there's tricks to this. Yeah,
If Bucket Man wins
camera
this
just
round,
got
he
it.
basically wins the game. That's nuts. Oh my god.
It feels like magic. All of a sudden, it's like, wait, wait, oh my god! Is that on the table the
it's all in the live audience's hands. That's the point of the show, right?
I don't know. That sounds like him taking control of that one, but.
I didn't even think that answer was that bad. I guess it's just a little unrelatable.
I used my pass turn card. I mean, for good reasons. There's a lot of ways I could answer that question, but I gave you my honest answer.
Fair enough.
I saw the
And
comment
speaking of-
section hyping up by singles, so I knew I was good there.
And speaking of the many ways people could answer questions, we're going to have to see what the audience thinks about these 2 upcoming questions. Number 1 for 7 points. What is your favorite alt frame/art treatment that Wizards has ever done? What's your favorite bordering? What's your favorite style of card, whether it's from a secret lair? What piece of artwork really drives you? Versus a 6-pointer for, if WotC let you design a secret lair, what would be the theme?
That's an easy one for me.
Oh,
That's an easy question.
point.
I'm not going to say nothing, bro.
Us. It's
Yeah,
difficult for the
Yeah.
Both
audience.
of those
These are
I have
both
great
great
answers
questions.
I like this.
yeah. Isn't it a good game? Isn't it a good game? This was the brainchild of Pat and I.
I was gonna say this was a great time to come on. I gotta say that.
I have a very personal answer to this one if it's the finishing process.
Nothing
I
personal.
appreciate you guys. I appreciate you both coming on, guys. I really
Oh,
do.
thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
What you said nothing personal. What kind of personal answer would I
It's
give to
just
that question? You see, when I was born, there was a foiling process to me.
Back in my day,
I honestly remember when they started foiling cards, period, in Magic.
Yeah.
And
the
now
word
there's-
nerd was first coined by Dr. Seuss in 1950. Oh, that's interesting, White Label.
Really?
You're a national educated radical dude.
Yeah, he shared the M&M's fact with us earlier that they're named after their creators,
Mars
Murray
and
Mars.
Murray.
Who names their child Mars?
Well, I mean, Greeks probably, because that was like
Fair.
part of their pantheon, right?
Real
Who
quick,
names their brainchild? I was going to say, who names their brainchild past turn?
Can I just say real quick, nothing more cruel than naming your child an adult name. Like, no, I don't want to hold Walter.
It just picture an angry face, like frumpy, like 55-year-old baby.
Yeah, people
Your
named
parents-
like Margaret are born like 45 years old and accountants. Like,
Even like Carl. Carl is a name to give a baby that you really shouldn't give.
Oh, especially
like-
nowadays with like the whole Walking Dead girl. Oh my god.
Yeah, God.
See, my mind was more on Carl Weezer.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Jimmy's mom.
Can you imagine the grandparents nowadays where they're like, oh, what? They get on their phone, they're like, oh, what'd you name it? And they just put that on the phone. It's just like, what is it, honey? They had a mean baby.
If
Had
you
a-
Just
Well, I
all
mean-
just disappointed.
I went to
Starting
school with
from-
a kid named Listerine, for the record.
So I work in state government, right? And
God.
I worked with general public for a long time, so I've seen a lot of like pretty wild names, and I still think that Elon Musk is one of the like most ridiculous human being names that exists.
Yes.
Like not even the person, just like the name, and what he has done for naming his kids is as wild as anything I've ever seen people do. I just
Husky musky.
just smiling because it is just I love this absurdity. This is what humans
It's
are
a
made.
cartoon. It's a cartoon show. Yeah.
Speaking of cartoon shows, maybe that's what you guys want to design in your secret lair, because yes, that is going to be our next topic of discussion. We want to hear, what would you do if you were given to control to design a secret lair? We've got 30 seconds on the clock. Let's go ahead and start it out. Mr. Bucket Man, what would you do if you had control?
Attack on Titan. It's easily, this is a very personal answer for me, but I think it definitely fits the fact that Magic the Gathering touches on different multiverses and planes, but it's just there's so much relatable material within the Attack on Titan world, between the morphing into larger beings with the world violence scale of it. I think it would just be a beautiful set, and I would love to see it played out in person. I'll take the loss for that answer.
Ooh, interesting. Cryptic, you've got 30 seconds to tell us what your special design would be. Go ahead and let us know.
The Cryptic Commander. And so, I mean, they've got Cryptic Caves, where there's a land, and you can choose 2 out of the 5 on the bottom. You circle. You got Cryptic Command, Cryptic Coat, the Cryptic Sovereign. I'm saying the Cryptic Commander. You know, I mean, Pat, I'm going to take you on this journey with me, right? I think the Cryptic Commander Secret Lair would be sexy.
Sorry, I was muted. You couldn't hear me giggling when you said that. It would be sexy, he says. I wonder if Jack.
I don't want to see his search history.
Yeah. Do you have as an alluring answer as Cryptic Commander does? You've got 30 seconds to go ahead and tell us how you would design a secret lair.
Based on a deck that I built a few years ago, if I had the choice to make a secret lair, I call it Villains in the House of Mouse. I would throw in all of the MTG lore villains that I could think of. Throw in Nicol Bolas, throw in Tezzeret, old school Liliana, throw in some of the Eldrazi, throw in a few of the Slivers, just some of the nastiest, ugliest Memnarch, like just any of the villains I could think of, throw them into a list. You could have a lot of fun with that.
House of Mouse.
Villains in the House of Mouse. The actual list I built for that was I used the My Little Pony secret lair there, and I threw in the 99 all of the MTG villains. So either we all win or I win. There was no in between.
I forget, was there more than just that 1 3-card set they did in My Little Pony? They did another one, right?
Second one.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because the first one they did wasn't a secret lair. It was before they started doing secret lair.
It wasn't a secret lair. It was like a charity donation event.
It was the same thing they did with like the first Transformer set.
Yeah.
So.
That was not a good list, but it was a fun list.
Can't say as though I'm a fan of the My Little Pony crossover.
No,
it's not for me, and that's part of what Magic is about nowadays. Is that not all of it has to be for me, because there's such a slew of products. Like
I've never seen the show a day of my life. I just thought it was a funny concept to have the 2 opposite ends of that spectrum in one list.
Oh yeah, like I was born in the 80s. I started experiencing Magic, of course, in the late 90s, and there was the whole satanic panic. So Magic was seen as something too dark and gruesome for kids. And at that same age, if Little Pony came on, I'd say, I'm too grown up for this. So you'd be stuck in that weird area of I'm not old enough and I'm too old.
I love when you mix opposites like that. I don't like horror movies. I generally like more comedy based. I would watch a horror movie if like Bugs Bunny was taking on Jigsaw. I would watch that.
I would love
Or
to
something
watch.
like Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Well, you're
this
lucky
long
because Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey is now available video on demand.
Yeah, that's because he's public access now. And
See, the
people-
problem is that took itself a little too seriously.
That being said, I would love to see an episodic like Bugs Bunny versus Jason Voorhees, where he's like dressing up in a dress and like tricking Jason Voorhees and like running around the house and driving him insane. That would be really, really funny.
Jason stabs into Bugs, turns out it's a
Like he comes into an office,
me and it blows up.
he comes into an office. He's like, "Where have you been? There's all this paperwork to do. Now get on it." And he kisses him on the mouth.
I want pictures of Spider-Man on my desk tomorrow.
Oh my God, Bugs Bunny is Jonah Jameson.
We've got 2 votes. Oh, our first person knocked out today. Womp, womp, womp. I wish I had a stream deck here so I could play like horns or something. Cryptic Commander. Sorry, my man, but they were not a fan of your opinion.
Wow. Okay.
I
mean, that's how the game goes.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's how the game goes, man. If you guys like this type of content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the like button. And if you share the video, it helps feed the YouTube algorithm. I want to thank each and every one of you, the contestants and people in the live audience, for coming in. Thank you so much.
Yes.
So we remove him from the stage. Yes, that's right. He's just backstage, so he is still hearing us live. He's not going to be able to interact with us, though. So we've got our final questions coming up here. Ooh, okay. We've got a lot of really good finance questions that came up, so we are going to stick with this. Okay, guys, the big questions that could be coming up. Okay, number 1, most overrated expensive card in Magic. Okay, that could be our next question. Or would it be, is Magic a collectible game or a playable game? Oh, that's going to be a toughie. It's a toughie. And finally, our questions. I got to type this stuff out.
The Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop.
Oh my goodness, too dang many. Well, now that I got these new chompers.
3.
Just break them.
You want a jawbreaker, Kev?
Oh my God. I have seen so many amazing Eddie reels of him just like, oh, hey guys, I got involved in crypto.
There's an edit I've been watching on YouTube. Somebody took Ed and Eddie and had them somebody muted the audio from Final Destination and made it all Ed and Eddie audio.
Yes.
Ooh, Dark Crystal's a good one. I'm gonna give that one.
I like the anime fights that they replaced with Ed and Eddie sounds are some of the greatest.
I think for me, I've been reading it for a while. Secret Lair would be phenomenal if they had Mortal Kombat.
Did they do
Get
that?
over here!
Oh, they could do some crazy stuff with it.
I thought they did that already. Oh wait, that was Street Fighter. Never mind.
Yeah, I gotta say, Multi-Kicker was funny on Chun-Li though.
I would like to see one with because I know we already saw one for Princess Bride. Another great movie would be Labyrinth. I think that would be cool.
I got one. We got Swamps. We got Psychic Frog. We got Spore Frog. A Kermit the Frog secret lair.
Kermit the Frog. Okay.
Kermit the Frog. Just so give us one card. I don't know what it would be where he's just like, Meh.
The lovers, the dreamers, and me.
That would be the ad. It's just that song, and it's zooming in on a swamp with the Kermit secret lair there.
You're hearing the song, and Kermit's got a rifle.
I mean, you could do a whole Muppets themed one.
That'd be so fun.
That would be
BioShock.
amazing.
That would be great too.
Yeah. BioShock.
If anyone's ever seen it, The 10th Kingdom, that would be such a good one too.
Mm-hmm. Although, and we've seen such stinkers too, like just a bunch of freaking lands. Like, what are we doing here?
Zoids. Do a Zoid secret lair.
Oh man.
So many
Futurama.
and creatures. Like, just make them robots.
Yeah, but keeping
Digimon,
that
because
vendor signature catchphrase in the game is the problem.
I think a Digimon wouldn't be too bad, because at some point they go from like, I'm a cute little critter to I'm a tank to I'm a hottie.
Considering it's one of the classic from kids growing up for card games, I would love to see some Yu-Gi-Oh characters reimagined into Secret Lair. Like, I'd love to see a Dark Magician over a Jace or something like that.
Oh, that would be an interesting crossover. Expensive Magic cards. What is the most overrated expensive Magic card? That's going to be our final question. The hottest of takes here. What is the most overrated expensive Magic card? Bucket Man, you've got a lot of stuff back there. You seem like quite the collector. You might have some of these overrated but expensive cards. What's your opinion? What is the most overrated expensive card?
Pass.
Oh,
how did I see that one coming?
I'm not even like just using it. Like, that is a big question, and I feel like I couldn't answer that in just 30 seconds. There's a lot that for different formats, I think that question is definitely a different answer, but in 30 seconds couldn't answer that. Couldn't.
Well, unfortunately, Jack, you do not have that same luxury. What luxurious, overrated, expensive card comes first to your mind? 30 hot seconds. Here you go.
I cannot think of the name of it. What's the one from Legends that it gives creatures a cumulative upkeep cost?
Oh, is it Library of Alexandria? No, it's not. Oh God. Hold on. I'm gonna figure this out.
I get it. It's expensive because it's reserve list. I don't think it's that good of an ability.
It used to be. It isn't that much anymore.
The Tabernacle of Pendrell Vale.
The Tabernacle of Pendrell Vale.
Tabernacle. Thank you.
And it currently sits on Card Kingdom at $2,789.99.
I wouldn't pay $20 for it. Never mind $2,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll die on that hill. I don't think it's a good card. It's only valuable because it's reserve list and it's from Legends.
Well,
I'm glad that we get to grant your wish to die on that hill, because we have been able to declare a winner. Bucket Man, congratulations. We'll give you the mic in just a hot second. But before you get out of here, Jack's Coffee and Hobbies, you've been a wonderful guest. Make sure to check out their links down below. And before we send you on your wonderful way, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, where people can find you, and what you've got coming up next?
Well, sure. I know if you'll look at my channel, I've taken a bit of a hiatus. My last video was about Olivia Rodrigo, of all things, but I tend to take, like I said, I tend to delve into pop culture a lot. I was working on a Sabrina Carpenter video as well, so stay tuned on that. In the meanwhile, I just had the crew from Pardon My French, it's the name of the show, the Shit Posting Magic Show. We play every week. We upload new videos where it's me and my friends playing CDH players, saying CDH lists in the most ridiculous way. So you can check that out on the Coffee and Hobbies YouTube channel. And, of course, we also have our podcast, The Shitposting Hour, uploaded on what's that other streaming one called? It's uploaded on YouTube and all your major streaming platforms. So make sure you check us out over there, too.
Awesome. Hey, you've been phenomenal. Thank you for joining us, and you have a great afternoon.
It's been a pleasure. Take care. Bucket, nice to meet you, my friend.
Nice to meet you too, my friend. Good talking to you.
And Bucket Man, our champion, winner, reigning supreme. Hey, good game, great opinions.
Thank you. This was a lot of fun. I definitely came close there. I suffered heavily for one of those answers. Just think it wasn't relatable enough to people, but finished on top, and this was a lot of fun. I'm glad not only that I get to join you guys, but I have to join you guys a week earlier than I thought I would. Ruby, thank you so much for the applause. And yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. A super pleasurable experience. Great to get to know you. And if people want to get to know you even more, where can they find you? What are you getting into nowadays?
Well, you can find me on Instagram at Bucketman_TV. You can find me on YouTube at Bucketman TV. If you're in New Jersey or ever going to be in New Jersey, you can usually find me at any of the local music or cannabis events, being that those are the two industries I work in. Every Monday in New Brunswick, I'm at an event called Industry Swim, 9 to 1 a.m., where artists and musicians come from all over to network and gather. But other than that, I've been trying to get back into the Magic the Gathering world as a bit more of a primary. If you are a Magic the Gathering content creator and are looking to bridge out more and to work with other Magic the Gathering content creators that are not as cookie cutter as others, please reach out to me and let's get to work. We are in a new era right now where the creators are key to leading us to where we want to be in the future.
Awesome. Hey, it was great to get to chat and look forward to the next time we do. Until then, this has been the Cryptic Commander Pass Turn Podcast Game Show Bonanza Extreme Nair 2000. Yes, that's right. Make sure to tune in next week, Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern. We've got another game lined up for you. Until then, take care of yourselves. Make sure to hug the people you love. That's the one. Bye.